So let's take a look at what's happening in the markets today. As you can see, this is at S&P 500, and I've been making videos ad nauseum about why we were longing all the way from here. We're longing from here. Anyway, we've been taking profit, and I am long right now already at 34 since yesterday. So we were somewhere here. So I'm long from here. However, the opportunity to go long is still here as for all these indices. As you can see, this was an impulsive move. This is corrective, and we're right at the trend line right now. So with the momentum, as you can see, this is momentum, the Apexbull momentum indicator. It just tells me when obviously there's a bullish momentum, as you can see here. When it's bearish, as it is now. If we have a 1 hour on a 1 hour time frame across of bullish momentum plus close above this resistance, above the trend line, I think this is going to be a very good combo to enter trades to the long side. And oh, look at gold go. No, hold on a sec. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, so this is a very good opportunity to go long if we have the setup set up. That's the importance of waiting for people who want to learn how to do it properly. Yesterday I went long a little prematurely, but I had other reasons. But to trade safely, you can. And again, I'm already in profit about 20 points. So nothing is lost yet for you, because when this momentum switches, usually when it switches, there's plenty of room to go. So that means that this correction is over and we're going to have one more leg up. So the first target will be here, and then the 50% retracement of the daily decline. So this was the daily decline. We've blasted through 38.2 right here, but then retested it, as you can see. And yesterday I made a video saying, unless we close below 4,100, I'm staying bullish. So momentum is still bullish. We've obviously had a rally off these lows, and now we retested the resistance, now turns support with 38.2 and the previous stop here, swing high. And so at this point, I just need confirmation with the close above this trend line and the momentum switch right here. That's the that would be the setup for S&P. Let's take a look at a dollar. Dollar it was in a downtrend. When we were here, you can go back to my Trading You post. When we were here, I made a post basically when it looked like this. I basically pointed out to the head and shoulder pattern, and that we're going to target all the way down here. And that's exactly what happened. Look, went exactly to the target, right here, and bounced. So this is messy consolidation at this point. We've had a similar situation right here before more downside. So let's see how it goes. You can see that we rallied, took out the previous swing resistance, meaning all the stop losses that were here. So the weak hands who joined the sell-off late, they got stopped out, and then it went without them, which market does to novice traders all the time. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is moving. Boom. All right. Hopefully, right now we're at the resistance. So we need to have a close above. This gold is getting really on my nerves. We need to close above this thing. Start closing above here to rally all the way down to this trend line here and more upside. So basically, we kind of held this support zone. We went below it. So maybe a few short sellers on this bar right here, entered short, and stop loss is obviously previous swing, so somewhere here. So maybe that's them getting stepped out right now, as there are no news for gold to rally. And if I could be honest, the fundamentals are not on gold's side anymore. Why? Well, because the the uh, the Federal Reserve and U.S. government basically are trying really hard to clamp down on inflation, right? So yesterday, the Powell met with Biden, and Biden basically told him, "Oh shit, I'm getting killed in midterms. The elections are coming up. Do something." So they were working stiff. Will vote for me instead of Republicans. So they are pretty hawkish, and they see that the stock market is doing fine, the economy is doing okay, and so they have no problem raising rates. So if they're raising rates, that means the hedge against the inflation, which is gold, is no longer as necessary as it was before, right? So if it's not as necessary because the inflation will be tamed by higher interest rates, that means that gold is not as people who were using it as an inflation hedge are closing those positions, unwinding them little by little. So, so that's why gold has been, well, super weak here and not doing so fine right now. But let's see. Maybe it'll muster up a rally as the dollar declines. All right, there we were getting some traction right now. So this is 8:45 right now. Obviously, we have to wait for the cash market to open because why do we wait for cash market to open? Well, you don't have to. I don't. But if you want to be if you want to do it by the book, you want to give about 15 minutes after the cash market opens before you go into trades, because it's going to give you a range. And then at that opening range, you can, if it prices starts trading above that opening range, you can go long and short if it's the opposite case. What's the importance of cash market open? Well, this is futures. This is based on futures price. So this is 24/7. But majority of, if you want to buy, sell stocks, individual stocks, most people cannot do 24/7. So when the majority of trading volume trades from 9:30 till 4 p.m. and a bunch of imagine at 9:30 you can now execute millions of orders, and that's why you see huge volatility, because that's exactly when those orders get executed, starting to get executed. And so the price can go up, down, do whatever, just because those orders were put in place yesterday when the prices, when the stocks closed yesterday, the cash market, and overnight, depending on what happened overnight in Europe, in Asia, et cetera, et cetera. So all these orders are sitting there on the books, and they're going to get executed exactly starting 9:30. And that's why you see those spikes in volume, in volatility, around the cash market open, and that's why you have to. It's important. Well, why is it also important? Because oftentimes professional traders also know this, so they will manipulate the price of the futures to sucker you into the opposite direction if they know that the order book is heavily positioned towards one side. Market makers, as they know those orders, and that's why you have to give it a little, about 10-15 minutes of the opening range. Some people don't wait till 10 a.m. to start trading for that reason. So the order book gets chewed through. You basically execute all those orders, and then the market kind of, after swinging it out, it finds its flow, its direction, and then you just join that flow, that direction, and you trade with the flow. Hope it makes sense. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and ETH, I made posts on both basically saying after 8 weeks of sell-off, we were due for correction. We're getting this correction on ETH, and we're right up against resistance. So we had a powerful rally. We're now consolidating below. We also look same story. You have to wait for the momentum to cross to the bullish side. Look, last time it crossed here, you got this rally. So same thing again. And if you want this indicator, this is a proprietary Apexbull indicator. You're more than welcome to stop by apexbull.com and purchase it, or go to our free Telegram group and we can chat there. In any case, so this is starting to look like a bull flag too. And if we take out this resistance, I think that we're going to be retesting these highs, and maybe the 38.2 of this whole leg down. 38.2 comes in at 2400, which is it can still rally there and still be in a bear market basically. More likely, if we take out these highs though, we're going to have a double bottom, which will target this 50% retracement here, because the distance from this point to this point approximately equals this 50%, maybe the underside of this previous support. So that's ETH. I'm using my standing desk, so I'm standing instead of sitting to. That's why I'm moving about. All right, so this is Bitcoin 1 hour. I basically made a post. Look at this. I was starting to posting about getting long around these levels. I explained what this was, how price was manipulated, stepped out the fresh longs. People who were buying here, 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 and here, they got stepped out. Now they're without position, and the price takes off. Then it stops out. The reason why I was buying here is because I figured since we're in a range, now the prices will be probing above these levels, because the stop losses for people who are short, people who were shorting here, 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 their stop losses are either above this level or above this level. And so we first popped those stops here. Those are the stop losses. And then we popped those stop losses here. So now that the rookie novice traders all got stopped out, the market can do what market wants to do. So looking at this price action, we basically see that we had an impulse consolidation, impulse sideways consolidation. So if these stock indices will continue to recover, there's obviously no reason for Bitcoin to stay down. So it will recover with them. And you can see that there is a trend line here. Let me make it a little clearer. Let's get it a little more popping color. There we go. So I think that we can easily go test this trend line here by the end of the week or so. So there's definitely room to run right here. If you have any questions, let me check the other one. Oh, thanks everyone who confirmed. Yeah. All right. So here, this is just consolidation. It can actually dip lower, and you can reload maybe around these levels, or maybe around basically this. It might retest this order block here, retest it, and then go back up. So, but you can. I'm long. Well, not me. The algorithm actually I was long here. The algo picked it up somewhere here, and well, we are both right. If you're interested in auto managed trading, more than welcome to again stop by apexbull.com with signals, and that we take all the headache off of you for trading. We'll help you with FX. We made $10,000 on one Bitcoin trading last month. We had 6 trades, 4 profitable, 2 unprofitable, and we made 10,000 points basically. So if you had one Bitcoin with no leverage, you could have made $10,000 trading with us. If you use a little bit of leverage, 1 to 2, you would have made 20,000. 1 to 5, 100,000. So let's say you don't have one Bitcoin, you had 1/10 of Bitcoin. So with a 1 to 10 leverage, you would have made $10,000 either way from $1,000 investment. Anyway, what else? Let's see. Let's check on our friends. You see, there is no rush. Unfortunately, in trading, most of what you do is wait for the setups, and a lot of novice traders, they have no patience, they have no discipline, so they start getting into these trades willy-nilly, smashing the buy button, sell button, basically looking for action, and they get in trouble. So this is why you have to stay patient. In any case, it's another 40 minutes. I don't want to be yapping for 40 minutes about nothing, waiting. So I hope this was educational. Let's watch for 9:30, which is in 40 minutes. Watch for this candle, how it's going to close. If we're going to open up a new candle and it's going to have a follow through, especially 9:30, we take out these highs. If we basically have establish a close above this resistance, you should be okay buying risk into the it's today, at least for the next several hours, and maybe even for afternoon, because obviously it can do the opposite. 9:30 can start selling this heavy, and we just roll over, and this correction is still not over. That can be the case too. That's why I'm waiting for the momentum confirmation and a trend line confirmation. So it's a double confirmation. All right. I hope this kind of made sense. I'll do a follow-up video once. Maybe I'll do